The crime branch conspiracy. In Kerala, the CPIM and the government have been at the receiving end. Their wrongdoings are being reversed one by one. The KT Jalil resignation, the deep sea fishing and whatnot. The latest in the series is the setback in the crime branch FIR against the Enforcement Directorate ED. The Kerala High Court had thrashed the government's conspiracy against the ED. The court had annulled both the FIRs registered by the state crime branch against officials of ED. The order was pronounced in a petition filed by ED against the crime branch cases. The crime branch had registered 2 cases against ED officials. One alleged that ED officials forced Sandeep Nair to mention the name of Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan in the gold smuggling case. The second case against ED was on the basis of the release of Swapna's audio supported by 2 women cops. The High Court said the crime branch has no authority to FIR against ED officials. It observed that the state police cannot investigate something which is under the consideration of a court. The court directed the crime branch to submit all its findings to the trial court. These FIRs against a central enforcement agency were a first-time event, at least in Kerala. No wonder that the Solicitor General Tushar Metha argued for ED. He contended that it was not right for one agency to investigate another agency. This was a clear example of the most unhealthy tendency of a state government violating legal ethics. ED approached the High Court to get the FIRs against them quashed. ED also suggested that the CBI conduct an investigation into the allegations referred to in the FIRs. ED Deputy Director P. Radhakrishnan in his petition said the FIRs were made as the state feared that ED's probe would turn to higher personalities. Foolish and unheard a precedent though, the state was annoyed over a statement by the Customs filed before the High Court. A recent statement by Customs said Swapna had made shocking revelations while quizzing her in the gold smuggling case. Quoting Swapna, it said the Chief Minister, the Speaker and 3 ministers were involved in the case. But smelling rat, the state government resorted to counter-attacking ED. This resulted in the origination of 2 FIRs against ED. But they were quashed by the court. This is a big blow to the CPIM and the CM who thought a counter-attack would help save their faces in the gold smuggling crime. The court ruled that ED can continue their probe and warned the state not to intervene. What a shame on the state government and its bureaucracy. The crime branch should regret for this serious lapse in investigation protocol and legal practices. The Pinarayi tactics to blackmail the central enforcement agencies have failed miserably. Now, ED and the judiciary should expose the conspirators who framed the case against ED. After all, what was the charge? Instigating an accused to tell someone's name as involved in the crime. And it is but natural that any investigating agency would resort to all tactics to get the accused to reveal facts. The state should have approached the trial court and not opened an FIR and registered cases against ED, making a counter investigation. Now the ball is in the court of ED, which would go an extra mile to prove their case. The days to come would witness more arrests or pulling up of dignitaries in connection with the gold and dollar smuggling cases. The real show is on. Please subscribe the channel. Also, click the bell button to get the latest updates.